Mind of Hiring with me, Dr. Mickey Feinberg, is a must listen for hiring managers, HR pros, and job seekers. Tune in to Transformation Talk Radio, the first and third Tuesday.
Welcome to the Wisdom Channel. Bring love to the playground with Lisa Eve. Hi, I am Lisa Eve, here to help you reconnect with your inner wisdom, heal your heart, and live with more love and joy. Life isn't always easy, but what if it could feel lighter, more playful, and more you? In each episode, I'll share real talk, soul insight, and messages I'm guided to deliver. These are reminders of your power, your worth, and your ability to grow through anything. We'll explore self-love, spiritual connection, healing, and ways to bring more love into your everyday life. So let's take a breath, open your heart, and let's begin. Hi, everybody. Where are we? Hearts right there. Hi, how are you today? Blessings if you're observing Ramadan, and happy Lunar New Year. And I hope you got through Valentine's Day all right. Welcome back to another episode of the Wisdom Channel, Bring Love to the Playground. And today's episode is, Hey You, Trust Yourself. Okay? We're going to talk all about what it looks like to trust yourself. So to start the show, let's start with whichever hand works, on your heart, and close your eyes if you can do so safely. And we're going to take a few breaths here to ground ourselves, okay? So you're going to inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. And we're going to do this for 5 breath rounds. So inhale. Exhale, that's 1. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Hopefully you feel a little bit more grounded in your body, feeling a little bit more relaxed. Even though I get excited to do these shows, I still get nervous. I still have a little excitement, like, is it nervous energy or is it excitement energy? I'm going to go with excitement because that feels better. And still, I just like to bring it all down so I can talk with you. Okay, so I'm going to talk with you. When I originally was going to title this show, I was going to say, Hey girl, trust yourself, as I'm speaking to all of our younger selves as women, and also the young girls who are coming up in the world today, who are not quite sure what to make of this world, but have a purpose and they know they have a purpose already. And then I really wanted to be inclusive because that's how I feel I am day to day. I love men, I love women. I feel like we all have a purpose here. And if you're trans, I accept that too. Like, I think that we are both at times. We can have and carry feminine energies and masculine. And so we might not sometimes always identify with our masculine or feminine side, depending on how we were born. And we were just born that way. So to quote Lady Gaga, and none of it is wrong, right? We're all exactly who we're meant to be in this life. We all have a life purpose. And I feel that we can all identify with what I'm about to share. So I'm speaking to you. I'm speaking to you wherever you are on your path right now. And I'm also speaking to your inner child. So here we go. Hey, you. You're not alone in this world. You're not alone. And you do have a purpose. You have a big purpose. And I know you feel that. I know you felt it since you were a young person. Since you were maybe even a toddler, you may have felt something different about yourself. And there are times maybe when you were very young where you didn't understand what was happening around you, where you might have felt different in your family and couldn't understand why you're being treated differently. And this shaped you. This shaped you maybe in a way where you felt like you had to protect yourself, where you wanted to maybe hide behind your hair or hide under a blanket or just hide. Maybe you felt like you wanted to run away. Maybe you felt like, why me? And you struggled with how people treated each other in your family, how they talked to each other, maybe how they talked to you. And you didn't understand because really what you want is love. What you want to bring to this world is love. And as much as you wanted to fight what was happening around you, maybe you blocked it out. Maybe you found a way to not deal with it. Maybe you have had, or you still have, an imaginary friend or friends. And maybe you are dealing with uncomfortable things. So if you don't want to see something, what do you normally do about that? How do you protect yourself? And I also want you to know that you are intrinsically always protected. You are born into this life being watched over. And maybe some of you don't believe in that. And if you're still here watching this, you're protected because look at everything that's been happening in the world and you're still alive. You're still able to maybe walk, move through life, travel, eat. And these are all beautiful things that we get to be grateful for. So know that if you're still watching this, you're protected. Okay? And also, you have a power. You have a gift. You may have multiple gifts, actually. Maybe you're able to see things. Maybe you have like a sixth sense. And I don't want you to be afraid. If you're able to see spirits or ghosts, if you're seeing things around you, don't be afraid. It's okay. You can just tell them if you don't want them around, just go away. Just like you're not welcome here, go away. You have the right to respect your space. And this goes for people as well. If people are talking disrespectfully to you, you have a right to say, no, go away. This doesn't feel good. Excuse yourself. Leave the room if something doesn't feel good. You have that right. You have the right to respect yourself. Now, you might not know why you do certain things because maybe when you were younger, you blocked things out. or you're still dealing with some trauma, something, right? So you might respond like you have a kind of go-to that you always go to, that is your MO, right? It's the way you just operate. And you might not know why it is that you operate that way, but you operate that way. Don't reject that. It's a part of you. And if you want to change it, then you'll change it when you feel ready. There's a lot of people out in this world who can help you, who can help you go within, who can help you reflect, who can help you heal, and you also can help yourself heal. Okay? And the way that you can help yourself to heal is by respecting yourself. Now, what does respecting yourself look like? Put your hand on your heart. Whenever you're feeling disrespected or you feel something in your body, it could be like, you know how when someone says something and instantly your body is like, ugh, ugh, that did not feel good. That is your sign. That is your body giving you information about how to respect yourself. So if somebody says something to you that does not feel good, and even if you don't have the something to say back in the moment, if you feel it in your body, just take that as a sign. Take that as information for yourself and maybe sleep on it. And then decide the next day how you're going to respond to that person. But listen to how you feel in your body when people talk to you. Now, going back to gifts, maybe you have a gift about dreams. In your dreams, people come to you, they say things to you, or you see things about your friends and your family, your loved ones, your partners, business. Listen to your dreams. Not all of them will align perfectly, maybe. But if you're having dreams about friends and you see that the things are real, they feel honest, they feel like it's happened, like whatever you dreamt of happened, then you're going to want to listen and pay attention to your dreams. You might even want to write them down when you wake up in the morning or record them somehow, just so you have like a memory bank of what's going on. And you can sort of like string the pieces together, okay? Like connect the dots, right? Yeah, it might be like a message coming through for you. And there might be a message coming through for somebody in your family. So we have opportunities all the time to listen and feel what it is that's coming through for us. You could be also a very gifted hairstylist or a gifted lawyer or a gifted chiropractor or a gifted financial analyst. Like everyone has a strength in some area, and that could be your way of giving back to the world. You don't have to be an energy healer. You don't have to be a meditation teacher. You don't have to do anything spiritual per se to have a gift. So just honor what you feel like calls you, what feels like a pull for you, what feels like um, aligned in your joy. Like if it brings you joy, if it brings you happiness, then you're going to want to follow that. That's a way to listen to and identify what your purpose is in life. So we're just going to continue to ground here. I'd love for you to put your hand on your heart again. Just close your eyes if it's comfortable and safe for you. And you can take a few deep breaths here just to relax again. And you can breathe however you want. I personally prefer to do inhales sometimes through my mouth and exhale through my mouth. It just gives me a bigger release. But you need to do what feels right for you. Just keep breathing with your hand on your heart. And I just want to honor you wherever you are on your path. However far you had to come to be where you are today. For some of you, I know it hasn't been easy. So we're just continuing to take a moment here with ourselves to acknowledge ourselves for how far we've come. And if there's anything you just feel like you need to blow off out of your life right now, just take a really big breath in through your mouth and exhale through your mouth. Like really just let it go. You have to make a sigh, a noise, do that. If you feel like dancing and moving some of that out in a different way, do that. Just remember to breathe. When you're ready, open your eyes. And we're going to take a quick break here. We'll see you shortly.
Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Pat. I'm the host of the Dr. Pat Show, and I am the creator of the Transformation Network, doing what we do in the world of positive radio, informed, educated, positive media. Independent radio hosts and independent networks have been the face of positive messaging over the past decade. So all of us here have decided we're going to put together an independent network that is going to enable people to bring their positive message of hope, inspiration, and conscious action to the forefront. Help us create a future of amazing, uplifting stories that can be told so we can tell our children and they can tell their children of what hope and conscious action is all about.
I want to thank you all for tuning us in, turning us on Transformation Talk Radio.
Mystery School.
Are you struggling?
Welcome back. I'm Lisa Eve, and I'm so grateful that you are joining me today on this beautiful Thursday. And maybe it's nighttime for you, or it's early morning, wherever you're joining me from. Thank you so much for being here with me. I acknowledge you, and I appreciate you. So now for this next segment, I want to talk about what love is and what it isn't. Because when we come to Earth, when we're born, what we really are here to learn about is love. It's what we all want. It's what we, I think, desire for a long time. And it's what we want to share with one another. Love is our purpose. And finding something you love to do is part of that purpose. I'm just taking it in as it comes through. So, what is love and what isn't love? As I continue to talk with your inner child and those who are just young right now, especially girls, or even if you're part of the LGBTQT community, please forgive me for mixing that up. I just want you to know I see you wherever you are, however you identify as yourself. It is all aligned with who you're meant to be in this life and how you are supposed to share your gifts and your love. Because everybody is different on this earth. Everybody has their own unique way to share their love. This message is for everybody. So what is love? It is self-respect. It is appreciation for yourself and your journey. It is even adoration for your body and how you carry yourself. Now, when we're younger, we might not see that yet. We might not know who we are yet. So we are seeking love externally. We are looking maybe to our friends, especially if we are growing up in homes that are maybe abusive or challenging in some way, and maybe we don't want to be at home. We might look to our friends for love, for that nurturing and that care that we're not getting at home, that we don't want to be around. It's natural to want to be loved. It's natural to want to share our love with others and receive it in return. It is also natural to want that in our homes. Sometimes, though, that's just not the path that we have at this time. So, to the young girl, young boy, young trans, young gay, young whatever you identify as, just know that your purpose here has meaning. Who you are, how you feel in your soul, how you feel in your body has a purpose. Even if you don't feel great in this moment right now, who you are and how you will learn to love yourself is part of your purpose. So if you're not receiving love from your friends, it's probably because they're not right for you, because you need to learn self-respect. If you're not receiving love from your friends who you like if you're romantically interested in somebody. Now, at a very young age, you might not be there yet. You might be like, ew, I'm not ready for that. But some of you might have been taught something different in your home. So you might already be feeling that. And if you are, that's okay. And what you want in a partner is someone who respects you, someone who is kind to you, someone who cares about your feelings, cares about how you think. Maybe you don't align perfectly, but they want to be there for you. They want to show up for you. They want to care and have fun with you. And maybe it's just pure fun, right? Like it could just be like, let's go to the playground and swing on some swings and have some fun. It could be, let's go get some ice cream and share ice cream together, fun. It doesn't have to be sexualized for it to be fun. Hear this loud and clear. Fun in romantic relationships doesn't have to be sexualized. You can have fun doing so many things. You could just walk together in a park, on the beach. You could travel together somewhere if you're older and can do that. To the young inner souls and the young people out there, you will have a journey that is unique to you. And you will make friends and you will break up with your friends. You will meet boys and girls and trans gender, whoever it is that you like, you will identify with something in somebody. There will be a connection. You will love them. And then maybe at some point, you won't love them the same way anymore because you will evolve. Because this journey of life is meant for you to grow and learn about yourself. It's how we continue to learn how to love ourselves and to grow in joy for ourselves. And when I say enjoy, like in joy, how do we bring joy into ourselves? And part of that has to do with learning to love our bodies, whatever body we have, even if we're bigger than the other kids on the playground, even if we're skinnier than the other kids on the playground, even if we have a different makeup, like our skin looks different, right? And I'm not talking about race here. I'm talking about veins. Like I grew up with veins very close to the surface of my skin and my legs. And it took me a very long time to be comfortable with my legs, even wearing shorts or skirts. So whatever skin tone you have, or wherever there's imperfections on your body, that's what makes you unique. Remember that. And since we have different skin tones, it makes you unique. No matter where you are in the world, whatever skin color you have, a lot of this has to do with loving yourself as you are. And kids can be cruel, and kids can be mean, and you might be bullied. And again, if you're feeling disrespected, find a way to pull yourself out of that. And remember, the primary core purpose of your life is learning to love yourself, all of you, and all of yourself. So if you have to start at a young age, learning to respect yourself, to stand up for yourself, then do that. Do it in a way that feels right for you. If you have to ask a grown-up to help you, do that. Do not be afraid to ask for help. Even if you might feel embarrassed that you had to get someone to help you, it's better to know that you have help and that someone has your back. And sometimes you will go through life feeling like no one has your back. And that is, again, still part of your purpose, learning how to defend your own respect. Respecting yourself is loving yourself. So however your path takes you, whether you have to do it for yourself because no one else can do it for you, or you feel comfortable asking for help and someone can help you, you are meant to learn how to respect yourself more. And that is part of self-love. It's part of finding out what works for you to love yourself. Let's talk about what love is not. Okay, I'm going to put my hand on heart for this one because there's a lot of abuse in the world. Excuse me. Just clearing my throat for this one. There is a lot of abuse in the world. I'm just feeling into this. So love does not control. Okay? Love does not coerce. Love does not pressure you. Love doesn't tell you what to do. Love does not force itself on you. Someone who loves you will respect your body, will respect your mind, will respect your thoughts. If someone wants to force you into anything, any type of situation, that is not love. Now listen to this. Listen to me. You've never, ever had to prove that you are lovable. You have never, ever had to prove that you are lovable. You were lovable then, you're lovable now, and how someone treats you is a reflection of them. You don't have to beg for love. You don't have to pull on anybody and force them to love you. If you are feeling like you have to beg someone or you have to plead with them, please love me. No, do not pray. Do not pray for anybody. Please let them love me. No, no, no. Please help me to love myself. That's what you want. Okay? When you are praying, pray for yourself. I feel like in this life, we have attachments. We have neediness. We have desire. We do. And none of it is bad. It's just a way that we learn to operate through the way we were raised. Maybe what we've just watched growing up. You know, if our parents or our caregivers growing up don't love each other, they're arguing all the time, and you see one or both looking for love in all the wrong places. And by this, I mean seeking external validation from whoever will give it to them. And sometimes these people can be abusive. If you grow up watching that, you're going to think that abuse is love. You just are, because that's what's being modeled to you at a very young age. And then when you're older, you'll get a chance to discern for yourself if it really works for you. I just can't imagine, no, going through life thinking that someone who physically is hurting you or pressuring you sexually in any way, or says, I don't care about your feelings, or you feel like you're alone in the relationship, is good for you. That's not love. So as you grow older and you learn what love is for yourself, just remember to be patient with yourself. And this is the part of trust, okay? Trusting yourself and learning to trust yourself on this journey can feel like you're alone or lonely sometimes, because maybe people don't understand you, don't understand your choices. I sometimes take my hand off my heart, but I feel like I need to keep it here for this conversation. And if you feel like you need to put your hand on your heart while you're listening to this, do that. Actually, while we're here with hand on heart, close your eyes or don't, it doesn't matter. Just say this to yourself. I love you. Say, you're like, okay, close your eyes. If it's safe for you to do so, and just say, I love you. Say whatever your name is. I love you. I love you, Lisa. Just say that 3 times. I love you. I love you. I love you. Breathe. If ever, and you can open your eyes when you're ready. If ever you feel pain in your body, put your hand on that part of your body and just say, you're safe. You're safe. Tell your body it's safe. We are safe. We are loved. We will get through this. I am healthy. Whatever it is for you that you're feeling in that moment, talk to your body. Tell yourself how much you love yourself. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I just did that into the mic. I apologize for that. And hand on heart still. As you are talking with yourself, you will start to vibrate in a different frequency when you bring love back to your body, when you start standing up for yourself. And so part of you trusting yourself is listening to when your body doesn't feel good. When you feel like you've been hurt, whether you've been hurt physically, like you have a cut on your body, or you've been hurt emotionally, like you just feel it in your gut or in your heart, something doesn't align, something doesn't feel good. Just bring awareness back to your body and trust that feeling. Trust how you feel in every moment with every person you come into contact with, how you're feeling in that moment. Some of you have amazing gifts where you just feel the negative energy as soon as you're around it. Your body responds a certain way, you just go, ugh. Trust that. Trust that feeling. Walk away. If you have a dream about somebody that tells you, this person is not good for you, trust that. Even if you think it's your subconscious. Maybe your subconscious is trying to tell you something. So why not listen to that? You are always speaking to you. Your body is always speaking to you. It's always giving you information. Trust the information that's coming through. And listen, if you decide not to, if you are thinking, let's see what happens if I do the opposite, you'll learn. Either way, you're going to learn something about yourself. A few days ago, I decided to talk to my younger self. Let's say she was maybe 18, okay? And I just looked at her, like I just closed my eyes and I had this image of her, of me, right? Of her 18. And I just looked at her and I was like, oh my God, girl, you're going to be okay. And I told her all these things like, don't do this, don't do that. Don't cut your hair when you think about going pixie. Don't do that. Like all the mistakes that I feel like I may have made in this life. I was telling her, don't do this, don't that. If you feel that, trust that. And after, I was like, and if you still feel like you still want to do all those things just to experience life, then do it. Because you know what? You're going to be okay. You're going to get through the fire. It'll be a long and hard road, and you're still going to get through it. And you're going to be okay, and you're going to come through stronger. So wherever you are on your path, trust yourself to know what the right decision is for you. If you go outside of yourself for help, which I did for many years, I had a spiritual teacher who I pretty much became codependent on. Like I had a codependent relationship with her where I went to her for guidance for just about everything. And she helped me though to sort of like trust, okay, like if I feel, say I feel X and she says Y. Now, do I listen to Y or do I stay with X? So there were times when I would go with Y, and there were times when I was like, that doesn't align for me. That doesn't feel right for me. And at a certain point, it felt like I was X, 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 X all the time, and she was Y, Y, Y. But I was like, no, I think I'm ready to follow my own path. I feel like I'm ready to trust myself. I feel like I'm ready to listen to what I'm feeling for myself. And so I want you to also remember you have intuition. Every single human on this earth has intuition. Whether or not you identify with it or lean into it is up to you. But you can build that. You can start listening to the voice in your head. Excuse me. You can also start listening to your body. You can, if you feel like the gut pains when you're talking to somebody and you start walking away from the energy or the people that feel icky in your body, that's a way that you're building your intuition. That's a way that you're building self-respect too. So the more you can listen to the information that our bodies are telling us, telling you, the more that we can pay attention to the signs and then follow them, right? Because you might have a sign and ignore it. But either way, you know what? You're going to learn something about yourself. So I just want to remind you, though, to trust yourself. If you have an intuitive hit, if you're feeling something about somebody and you're just not sure how to proceed, go with it. In friendships, if you have, excuse me, friends may come and go, okay? Friends may come and go, and that's okay. Like I said, we're going to evolve for our lifetimes, and what we liked and who we connected with at one point might not connect again. Excuse me for a moment. This is Biggie Love, but you can't see that because it's reversed. Yes, but I have Biggie Love for you. So friendships may come and go, and that's okay. You want friends like you want your lovers. Respectful, kind, honest, have integrity, care about you, okay? Have self-respect in your friendships as well. If you're friends with somebody, and let's say you love them, like you love them from afar and you felt like, oh my God, you had an amazing relationship from afar, and then you get close to them, and then all of a sudden you are seeing things about them or how they talk to you that is very different from how they talk to you from afar, then even if it's hard, have self-respect. If people are talking with you and they roll their eyes at you, if they are like, so-and-so said something about you, like about how great you are, and God, not this again. If someone feels that way about you, run, okay? Even if you're like, I don't understand, she was so nice to me before, or when we were at a distance, okay? Like, trust your body, trust what you're feeling, even if it's hard and their friendship, even if it's hard and the relationship, even if it's hard and the business partnership. Do what you have to do to have self-respect. Briefly going to talk about romantic relationships, even though I kind of touched on that earlier. Excuse me for a second. I'm just going to take a sip of water again. Yep. Clearing my throat. Romantic relationships. I'm going to put my hand back on my heart. You can't really see because I'm sitting, but hand on heart. You might be waiting a long time or not. Depends on what your path is, what you want to experience in this lifetime. I'm in my late 40s and I've never been married. I have no kids. And at this point, I prefer it that way. I prefer not to be married by a contract. I once tried on rings and it just didn't feel right for me. I didn't like the way it felt, like having a ring on my finger. And like, I'm okay. Like I'm laughing about it, but I have learned to love my time alone. I have learned to love and appreciate who I am when I'm by myself. And not everybody is a fit, right? Like I've dated a lot when I was younger. I've had relationships and obviously they didn't work out. And I have no ill will towards any of the people I was in relationship with. I want them all to thrive and succeed in everything that they do and choose to do in their life, just not with me. And knowing that like they just weren't right for me is my own self-respect. And again, like I have appreciation for them in my life because they taught me about what I want and what I don't want. So when I say, hey, you, trust yourself, trust that you deserve someone who is kind and loving and cares about your feelings and doesn't want to pressure you to marry them or to have sex with them or to be their friend because they have ulterior motives. And if someone is quote unquote love bombing you, you'll feel it. You'll know. Give yourself time to get to know someone. But okay, also, excuse me, we also intuitively know usually within the first 10 minutes of meeting someone whether or not we want to have a relationship with them, whether they're meant for us, whether they're not, whether you see red flags or not, yellow, green flags, doesn't matter, orange flags, whatever flags you see. You usually know within the first 10 minutes of meeting them whether or not it's a yes or no. Even if they dote on you, and doting like loving you affectionately in public, and you don't even know them. Just take your time and get to know somebody and decide whether it's right for you. Just because people are showing you love, and maybe you haven't seen or felt this kind of love in a long time, just wait. Just wait and see if you want to love them too. See if the timing is right. See if you feel a mutual appreciation for them. And if they don't appreciate you and they're just love bombing you, run. Okay? There's a difference and you know what it feels like. So please, hey, you, trust yourself. Just know that you deserve the best in life. You deserve to feel joy. You deserve to love your life. You deserve to love what you're doing as your work, whatever that is. It shouldn't feel like hard work. You shouldn't feel exhausted. You shouldn't feel like you're always going to burn out, if you're pushing yourself too hard and you're constantly in burnout, you might want to just pull back a little bit and see what else is out there for you. So we have, I think, 5 minutes left. Let me just check my notes real quick and I'll be right back. But we're not going to break. We're just going to stay here. Where are we? Just going to check. So, as a reminder for your boundaries, because boundaries do keep love in, okay? Keep the love in for yourself. They don't have to be harsh. Just reminding yourself to put yourself first, and loving yourself is paramount. And love honors choice, love honors timing, and love also answers no, full stop. If you say no, no is a complete sentence, full stop. Love will honor that. And if it or they don't, then you need to. Okay? If someone pushes for access, it reflects their relationship with themselves. So people who do not love themselves will seek validation externally. If you surrender your boundaries to keep someone, it erodes respect on both sides. It erodes your respect for yourself and maybe what the other person is capable of bringing to the table and meeting you with, okay? Maybe setting a boundary will give the other person an opportunity to love you better if they're capable. And you know how oil and water don't mix? Well, neither do love and disrespect. So remember that, okay? And we're going to just wrap this up. I just want to remind you that this is not about villainizing anyone, making anyone wrong. This is about you and the trust that you have with yourself. Remember to trust yourself first. You've got this. So until next time, hand on heart, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining me this hour. And choose love and choose yourself.
I am Lisa Eve. Thank you for listening to the Wisdom Channel. Bring love to the playground, airing every second and fourth Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific on Transformation Talk Radio. Remember, self-love is the foundation of your happiness, so take one small step today to nurture your beautiful self. To go deeper on your healing and self-discovery journey, pick up my book, The Love Channel, Finding Your Way to Happiness, available now on Amazon. And for daily inspiration and uplifting content, visit thehappychannel.com. Until next time, keep your heart open, walk your path with love, and never forget, you have the power to heal.